Yankees host the Toronto Blue Jays. Pre-game show at 6:30 on WCBS. WCBS News Time, 1:31. President Obama promised to end the U.S. combat role in Iraq, and he says he will deliver by the end of the month.
President Obama says the end of the U.S. combat role in Iraq is now in sight. He told a veterans audience here the August 31st goal will be met.
Our commitment in Iraq has changed from a military effort led by our troops to a civilian effort led by our diplomats.
A transitional force of 50,000 troops will stay on duty, training Iraqi forces and leading counter-terror operations through next year. The president cautioned that dangers facing Americans in Iraq are far from over. Peter Mayer, CBS, Atlanta.
WCBS News Time, 1:32. Two sisters who were stabbed in the quiet hamlet of Katona are doing better this afternoon after undergoing surgery. Police are saying the 7- and 9-year-old girls were both conscious and both talking when they were found at their home on Sunday. Lisa Turkey, the girl's aunt who was babysitting them at the time, has now been charged in the stabbings. Lieutenant Jeffrey Dickens talks about the evidence found at the home.
There were two kitchen knives.
Self-inflicted. WCBS News Time, 1:32. It's the day that residents in the Gulf of Mexico have been waiting for when crews will begin the process of plugging the blown-out well for good. CBS reporter Dave Cohen was in New Orleans and joined us live earlier.
They hope that when they do start later today or very early tomorrow pumping that synthetic mud into the top of that blown-out well, that it's heavier than the oil, that the pressure's enough to force that crude down into the earth, and then they can concrete it shut after that.
A tropical depression, though, has formed in the Atlantic Ocean, but is so far, very far from the site of that massive oil spill. WCBS News Time, 1:33. Israel has agreed to take part in a UN investigation of its deadly raid on a flotilla bound for Gaza. 9 Turkish activists were killed in a pre-dawn raid last May. Well, Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke suggests the country faces a long road ahead to get back to good economic health. Bernanke says the worst of the financial crisis, though, is behind the nation. He says the economy is growing and that it is an improvement, certainly, after the deepest recession since the 1930s. Quote, way left to go to achieve a full recovery in our economy, and many Americans are still grappling with unemployment, foreclosure, and lost savings, said Chief. And Mark Bernanke's first public comment since a government report last week showed the recovery lost some momentum in the spring. WCBS News Time, 1:34. We'll be back with the numbers from Wall Street in 60 seconds.
My name's George Boyce, and I'm an insurance agent. Because of Dan Malloy, I brought my business to Stamford, Connecticut.
I'm Jamie Sherwood. I have a signed company in Stamford.
My name is Yvette Stevens, and I'm a licensed daycare provider.
My name is Joe Pelly. I'm president of Servpro of Stanford. Dan Malloy has helped my business expand and created a lot of jobs.
Green jobs and high-tech jobs.
Dan Malloy helped me get my job, and in turn, I was able to hire more people. I have a job because of Dan Malloy. I'm Dan Malloy, helping create jobs. That was my job as mayor of Stamford, and I'll do the same as governor by investing in high-tech and clean energy, holding down property taxes, and lowering electric rates so people want to live here and businesses can afford to stay here. Malloy and Stamford, we're going
Good, sir.
focus on the economy. That's what Dan Malloy will do as governor.
He'll help grow businesses and keep property taxes down.
Dan Malloy turned Stanford around.
Dan Malloy's got the experience that money can't buy. Paid for by Dan Malloy for governor, Glenn Miller treasurer. I'm Dan Malloy, and I approve this message.
WCBS News Time, 1:35. Let's check the numbers from Wall Street. They're still way up at this hour. Dow's up 171 points at 10,636. The Nasdaq is up 33 points. S&P up 19 points. Crude is way up as well, $81.23 a barrel. We'll check those numbers again in about 10 minutes. WCBS News Time, 1:35. A federal judge is allowing a lawsuit by Virginia challenging President Obama's health care reform law to go forward. CBS correspondent Barry Bagnato with the story.
This is not a good start for the Obama administration as it tries to fend off serious constitutional challenges. Judge Henry Hudson's ruling suggests the new law is vulnerable to claims that the federal government lacks the constitutional authority to force Americans to obtain health insurance. In the judge's words, never before has the Commerce Clause been extended this far.
The health healthcare law aims to ensure coverage for all, requiring most U.S. residents to carry health insurance starting in 2014. Believe it or not, New York City ambulance drivers do not have GPS. Crews sometimes have to use paper maps, resulting in delays when responding to emergencies. But AM New York says that ambulances used by at least 5 local hospitals do have GPS and that they find it very helpful. A spokesman for the FDNY is saying that despite all that, average response time is down to 6 minutes 41 seconds, and that's more than a minute better than a decade ago. WCBS News Time, 1:36.
Now for today's economic news. There are plenty of in-demand professions, even in this slow economy, according to career placement sources. Among the reported top recession-proof careers are accountants, nurses, finance professionals, social workers, police officers, music therapists, and science and math teachers.
This is Dr. Drew Bogner, president of Malloy College. Now is the time to secure your career or change to one that's more recession-proof. It starts here. One of the most affordable private colleges on Long Island, our graduate programs provide marketable skills to help you succeed in the real world. We offer personal guidance for small classes taught by an accomplished faculty at convenient locations in Nassau and Suffolk. With your talent and a graduate degree from Malloy, you'll have what it takes to take charge of your career when you need to the most.
Consider Malloy College your own personal career stimulus package. Join us for our graduate education information session on Wednesday, August 4th in Rockville Center and August 5th in Dale Campus. For more information, visit malloy.edu.
It's Tom Kaminsky. Keep your eyes on the road, not on your check engine light. If your light is on, my guys at AMCO will check it for free. Trust my guys at AMCO, 1-800-GOAAMCO, or online at amcotristate.com. See participating center for details.
WCBS News Time, 1:38. Traffic and weather together on the 8th, and we start with Chris Majette.
Hey boy, we've got a big problem on the Tappan Zee Bridge. An accident, Westchester County bound. A person was struck by a vehicle on the bridge, so 2 lanes are blocked off near the superstructure. And obviously backing up traffic now into Rockland on the southbound New York State Thruway. In Connecticut, 84 eastbound at exit 14. That's the scene of a flipped-over tractor-trailer from this morning's rush hour. Traffic is squeezing by in the left lane only. In Trumbull, southbound 111 remains closed at 25 as a result of some downed power cables. On the island, as we continue